What's up, guys? Doing a video response to Condor 5.5 or 5x5. His video on what's your take on a gun's reliability. Sorry about the echo in here. I've just redone the walls, painted drywall, and redid hardwood floors instead of carpet. So it's going to be a little echoey. I haven't had a chance to put anything on the walls or anything yet. So sorry about that. But anyway. Um, This is my Smith & Wesson M&P40. There's a magazine. Has been safety checked. Nothing in there. It's all safety anyway. Um, I think for the most part, the best recipe you can have for an ideal of a firearm is the simplest and most loosest tolerance is better for the most part. Well, there's a point where it gets too loose, but for instance, the AK-47, simple design. It's one that it can take about anything. It's the only one. I shoot nothing but on my AK-47s. Never seen one have a problem that wasn't shooting out of the drum magazine. Um, anyway, you can pour sand into an AK-47 and watch sand shoot out the sides of it. It's just an amazing firearm. Revolvers, simple design. When it comes to ammunition, it doesn't really matter as long as you stay within the recommended specs for the gun. If you put too much through it or you shoot the most powerful rounds you can find all the time, like maybe some buffalo bore, you're gonna be harder on it, just like with anything. Um, but they're pretty well known for reliability. That's why 160 something years later, the revolver is still something. I'm talking about even. I'm not really sure when. I haven't added up the dates of when the cap and ball and everything like that was even around. But they was revolvers, same concept, different designs. Anyway, but like I said, I think a lot of people get this conception that Glocks or certain type of guns don't have a break-in period or whatever, like the 1911, which a lot of 1911 owners are pretty familiar with. I enjoy the 1911s, one of my favorite pistols, but I consider 500 rounds to be a good test of reliability for any gun. I used to work for QA with a very, very large name brand, and I've seen the stuff that's allowed to be slipped through batch testing, testing on air, batch testing, if something's mass produced and not a custom made job, which even custom made jobs, people are at their jobs, no one just enjoys, especially if they're a large company, being under stress and pumping out thousands of rounds. They're going to overlook something now and then. But for batch testing, stuff like that, there may be 10 bad guns out of 10,000, Glocks or what have you. There's always going to be a bad gun made here and there, no matter what brand you go to. As long as the warranty is good and you test, that's why I think the 500 rounds tests all the parts. It's sometimes things are made in house, so you got different companies making different parts. So you test springs, your slides, your frame, everything like that's tested. And a lot of people, and not just that, a lot of people don't take in for consideration their magazines. They may just test one magazine out. I think every magazine you use needs to be tested a few times, fully loaded, because everybody knows most magazines hang up on the last round for most of the problems. Some of them don't. But for the break-in testing, I think within 100 rounds, most guns are made to last. So if I get one, I don't start off with full metal jackets, or not, my bad. I don't start off with hollow points. I start with full metal jackets. They feed better, just because I feel it's a fair test of the gun. Any semi-automatic, it was never really designed to feed every kind of hollow points because each one's made a little different, you know. But most of them, or all of them, at least by nowadays standards, are not going to be accepted unless they can, as reliable unless they can take a hollow point. But the actual concept of the semi-automatic was made for the Full Metal Jacket. Anyway, but I like to use. I won't trust. Let's say if I even in Full Metal Jackets, if I've run nothing but Cellar and Bellet or Hornady or something like that, I won't trust Corbon in the gun because I've never used that. I don't have the trust with this. Maybe there's something slightly different. The extractor or something won't pick up right. It's too much powder differences may take different with your gun. Each gun's got its own personality. Yeah, with hollow points, just like right now, I've shot a bunch of golden sabers there. It's cheap, something to kind of get a. This will give me a good idea on how I shoot hollow points. I haven't had a chance to buy some more, but those will do the job. Everybody tests on denim jackets. You don't see too many people wearing denim anymore anyway. So, but anyway, Full Metal Jacket will do the job. This gun right here has got about 480 rounds through it, so with 0 malfunctions. So I consider this reliable. I trust it. It's set on my nightstand for the last few days. I've had it for about a week after I've gotten quite a few rounds through it. I've carried it. I'm about to buy a Glock 17 here in a couple months. I got a few more guns. I got a shotgun and Smith and Wesson or Ruger revolver. I'm still kind of bouncing between the two. I'm going to buy. I'm going to buy a Glock 19, or not 19, but a 17, and I'm not going to trust it. A Generation 3. I'm not going to trust it until I have at least 450, 500 rounds through it. I think also in-house helps out with in-house to keeping everything in-house where they know where everything comes from, how it's made. Helps out with overall functionality of a gun, and so does not bad. I was gonna say something I can't even remember, but anyway. Track record also is something I would really look into. Sometimes if there's a gun that comes out that I really enjoy or I really want to have that's just come out, say SHOT Show, and I'll buy and I'll just kind of test it out myself. But for the most part, I like to have something that's had quite a few thousands and thousands of people that has their reviews on it and gives me some input so I can know where to go from. Because generally, if half the people on the forums or whatever, that's a bad place to look up information, but if half the people on the forums don't like a gun, it's probably going to have quite a bit of problems. Plus, you want to allow for themselves to get some of their own feedback, because I mean, they're putting it out there, they test out themselves, but they don't put out the near test that the users will. But, this is my video, guys. Thanks for watching.